Hey, hey, Catherine, Kevin, and James. Okay, so we are going to finish move 11, which is drape body punch. We're very close to the end. And then we're going to add in move 12, which is very short. The move is lean with back. And then we truly will be done with the first half of the form. So I don't think it's going to take that long to finish these two little sections. So we'll probably have like 15 minutes or so left at the end of the hour, I'm hoping. And we can do the form as we know it so far. The first half of the form, we'll do it a couple times. So Catherine could lead one, and then James, you can lead one too. The last few moves, you just do them as well as you can. Don't worry about it because it takes a while to get all these things. Kevin, you look like you got something to say. No? Nothing. Okay. All right. So let's review what we did yesterday in move 11. So, punch, block down and roll. Reverse chinna, pull silk. Forward chinna, shoulder, bring your toe with you, and throw. Coil in, Buddha's warrior. Lift the urn, box the ears, double elbow strikes, pull out, right? Reach around and grab, circle, shoulder, grab, pull and punch. One more. Punch, block down and roll. Reverse chinna, pull silk. Forward chinna, shoulder. Throw, coil in, Buddha's warrior. Step out. Lift the urn, box the ears, double elbow strikes, all right. Step out, pull, reach around and grab, circle, shoulder, grab, pull and punch. One more. Punch. Block down and roll. Reverse chinna. Pull silk. Forward chinna. Shoulder. Throw. Coil in. Buddha's warrior, step out and lift the urn, box the ears, double elbow strikes, and step out, pull, reach around and grab, circle, shoulder again, reach up and grab, pull and punch. Okay, I'll do a couple with my back to you, but before I do you have any questions? Okay, I'll do a couple with my back to you. Punch, block down and roll. reverse chin, pull silk, forward chin, shoulder, throw, coil in, Buddha's warrior, step out, lift the urn, box the ears, double elbow strikes. Step out and pull, reach around and grab, circle, shoulder, grab, pull and punch. One more. Punch, block down and roll. Reverse chin, pull silk. Forward chin, shoulder. Throw, coil in. Buddha's warrior, step out. Lift the urn, box the ears, double elbow strikes. All right. Pull, reach around and grab, circle, shoulder, grab, pull, and punch. One more. Okay, so if you have any questions, now's the time to ask them because I'm going to go on to the next little section. Any questions? Okay, let's go on to the next section. It's not too long. It's a series of punches. Obviously, this whole section is the punching sequence, but this is something specific. So let me just demo. All right. So we shoulder, grab, pull, and punch. And now watch. Just relax. All right? Relax into the right leg. And then 1, 2, 3. That's it. All right? So when you do the 1, 2, 3, it's kind of a specific 1, 2, 3. Let me change the camera here. I'm going to do this up close so you can see what's happening with my fists here. Right? So you pull and punch. Relax. All right? You're using the side of the hand, and it's coming up right underneath the guy's ear. Boom. So what's turning is your waist, as always. Good, Catherine. Good. All right. You got to lower your elbow. And Catherine was. Good. All right. Boom. Then you do it on the other side. All right. Boom. You got him on one side, you got him on the other. 1, 2. Now the final one, the third punch, is different. In the third punch, you're going to be using these knuckles, not these knuckles back here, these 2 knuckles here, and you're going to go right into the guy's temple with them. Boom. So he may try to block you, but it won't matter because you'll just flip around in there the way the body works. All right, relax. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the end of the move. But I think we'll just go ahead and do the next move right in there because it just segues right out of that. And it's the next move is very short. It's called lean with back. Let me demonstrate it and you'll see why it's called lean with back. All right? So here's the end of drape body punch. 1, 2, 3. Now here comes the next move. That's it. All right. Kevin, you remember this move?
The breaking the elbow over your forehead and then the other elbow in your kidneys. Oh yes, I remember that.
So what you're doing with this last move is some guy's throwing a backhand at you. So he's over here and the backhand's coming like this. You catch the backhand and you pull it across your own face. Let me. All right, so here's the guy's elbow. Here comes his backhand in toward you, right? You block and you pull it across your face. In fact, you pull his elbow to your forehead. All right? And that means you're going to control his arm because you've got his here. Now, the interesting arm is this one here, what this one is doing at the same time you're doing this, all right? So you've got him here, and you're going to pull him across, but this is actually the functioning elbow. Remember, he's got his back to you. He was doing a backhand like this. So his back is like right here, right? And so this elbow is going to strike his kidneys, right? Boom. And it doesn't look like much, but if you've ever been punched in the kidneys, you will know that it doesn't take too much. All right? But this is actually a very powerful move if you learn to do it right. Because again, it's not done. The arm is a little icing on the cake. What's important about the arm is watch my hand. Right? I'm turning it so that the bony part of the elbow is exposed. So years ago, Kevin asked me what this move was, and I said, well, the only way to really explain it is actually to do it. So, right? Boom. It seems like such a small move, but when you catch somebody in the kidneys, Kevin, share your experience with us.
I can't imagine you doing it hard, but it feels like something really large and heavy has just hit you in the back.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. And kidney punch, a rabbit punch is pretty nasty. Okay, but that's it. That's the move. It's very simple. So let me demonstrate it again. And you can jump in anytime you're ready. All right. So relax. side punch, side punch, temple punch. New move, relax, weight to the right, grab, this is why it's called lean with back. So when you're done, you should be in a horse stance. Your weight should be to the right, right? But your left arm is coiling forward. And you can feel this between your wrists and your elbows on both sides. What do you think, Catherine?
I think actually that the end of this move and this last little move are quite sophisticated to me. I mean,
I
a lot
agree.
of details that are important.
Yes,
If you don't really understand them, you're really like not doing the movement at all. Um,
that's
and
exactly right.
and right now, I definitely don't have it.
Well, I will tell you that it takes most people 3, 4, 5 years to get this. So if you can get it in a year or so, you're doing really good. All right?
Okay.
But watch my hands. All right. This hand, when you're finalized with this, I'm just gonna do the right side. When you're finalized with this, your hand should be about one fist length from your own temple. Yes, you're pulling the guy's arm across like this, but you're also protecting yourself. So it might just be defensive. You don't want your hand like this. Why not? Why don't you want to be protecting yourself like this? We're too close.
You get
Yeah,
hit
Kevin.
there, you end up hitting yourself in the
It's
head.
very easy to hit right now.
If the guy just
Yeah.
hits your arm, you're going to end up hitting yourself in the head. So you want a little space, and that amount of space it shouldn't be this much. It shouldn't be this much or this much, but it shouldn't be really close either. So they say about your own fist length from your own head. So when you move out, you're kind of like this, all right? One more. Relax. Side punch. Side punch. Temple punch. All right, block down. Now relax, relax. Turn the waist to the right. Turn the waist to the left. Grab, and now pull in and twist the upper body. Boom. When you're done, what should you be looking at? Of course, when I'm done, I'm looking at you guys, but what in fact should I be looking at?
A broken forearm.
All right? You just hit that guy in the back. So you want to be looking at what you just hit.
So, Malcolm, no criticism intended of the generations that went ahead, but if this guy's back to me and I have his elbow over my forehead, how do I resist the effort to punch him in the kidney?
Well, it all the Tai Chi moves that we're learning, you have to realize they've been changed a little for the form. So they've been kind of idealized or whatever. And you have to remember the the little poem, Dagi Da Shur, little four-word poem, Dagi Da Shur. Only when the guy gives you the opportunity and only when you're in the right position do you do something. Otherwise, you don't do it. You just wait, right? So why not just punch him? Well, yeah, except you're kind of actually busy on this side, and the real trick to this move has to do with the relationship between the left and the right side of the body. So you're twisting like this. What makes the elbow strike is not the muscles in the arm. It's the waist. So just like always, you have to get that waist snap in there, right? And it's just like my favorite little towel, right? You got to get that waist snap in there. And watch this, right? It's this internal snap that you kind of send out to your elbow that makes it work. I know you were just joking, James, but actually, it's actually a good question. Why do you do one thing in the Tai Chi form and not something else? Well, but the form is the form. Fighting is something completely different.
Well, it also reminds me that if you're practicing in public, you want to conceal the ultimate martial goal and just have your inner body do it.
When you watch old tapes of Master Fung, he's quite sloppy with his Tai Chi. Now he isn't all the time. You have to watch hundreds of tapes to find one where he's not being sloppy. And I said, what do you mean by sloppy? Well, he's Master Zhang would hate this, but it's almost dance-like. He's like, he's just very sort of sloppy. But he isn't all the time. If you've watched enough of his tapes, you'll run across one or two where he's being more martial. And those are really valuable because you see him do things. They go, oh, okay. I had no idea that he could do that, or that actually anyone could do that. But those are rare, and it's for exactly the reason you outlined, Jim. Is you just don't want to be giving it away out there in the park all the time. So he was just, look, I'm trying to train somebody who's either a brand new beginner or maybe they're only into it for a year or two. So I'm just going to be really relaxed and just do it very simply. But there are videos out there of all the masters really who, if you watch and you collect their stuff, you can begin to see what they're actually doing inside. Okay, any questions about that last bit? Let's do the whole move a couple of times, and then I'll have you lead from the very beginning of the form up to the end of the second section. All right. So we're just going to do these last two moves. Punch, block down and roll, reverse chin, pull silk, forward chin, shoulder, throw, coil in, Buddha's warrior, step out, lift the urn, box the ears, double elbow strikes, step out and pull, reach around and grab. All right, you notice I'm just to the left of my center. So my weight's on the left. Reach around and grab. Circle. Grab, pull, and punch. Relax. Side punch. Side punch. Temple punch. Relax. Go to the right. Circle to the left. Grab and boom. Lean with back. Your most of your weight, 60%, it should be on the right when you're done. Boom. One more. Okay, let's do a couple of the forms all the way from the beginning up to here. Catherine, why don't you lead the first one?
You don't want to do it first, Malcolm?
What's that?
You don't want to do it first?
No, no, I want to watch you.
Well, I'm not sure about. Okay,
That's
I'll do
okay.
it.
It's guys, it's okay. Trust me. Trust me. Anybody who's learning Tai Chi is going to have holes in their form. Don't worry about it. You'll pick it up.
Catherine, you go first because you're the superior student.
Yeah, that's right, Catherine. That's right.
Okay,
We're going to be
sure.
learning from Catherine.
Yeah, sure.
Good. Yes, good. All right, Catherine, very good. Now, there was one little section that she forgot, and she made a few mistakes. But as a teacher, I'm really pleased with her because I know where she's at in the. This is a process. This is a learning process, and let me tell you, it takes years. It's like
Which
learning to play the piano.
which
It
section did I forget?
um,
I know
well,
that
it's
I
a
forgot.
little hard to explain, but in the movement, uh, shield body punch, right?
Ah, yeah, this one. Yeah, yeah. Mm.
And then there was a little section beyond there where you forgot, but it's okay. Um, I can remember, trust me, I can remember forgetting plenty of things in the process of learning. So, as a teacher, I'm happy with Catherine because I know she takes this seriously and she practices and she is learning and she's getting better. I also watched her get out of some trouble where she forgot what okay what am I supposed to do, right, when I'm in this movement here. Okay, do I go left or I go right? And she tried the wrong way first, and she knew it just didn't feel right. So she corrected it and got it right. That's what you have to do. You have to trust your body, because as you get this, and you this is why it's important to just practice a couple of moves. You just don't do the whole form. You do a couple of moves and you work them out correctly, by watching the teacher and then by watching recordings, etc. Work it out correctly. It doesn't have to be perfect. What you need to do is get the weight shift and the waist turn. All right? That's the basis of everything. And you get that, and your body will remember it. And you have to trust your body, which is also a process, right? So, good on you, Catherine. That's good. All right, James, go for it.
There's a gap in the tape.
Yeah. Well, listen, when you get to a place in practice or performance where things kind of go blank, let me give you some advice. Relax. Relax your body. Just go ahead and stop. Stop and relax your body. And I'm serious. Trust your body. What's the next thing it wants to do? Well, maybe it wants to do this, right? Or this. Your body will remember things that your mind won't.
And I think I might have missed a few lessons.
Well, that may be true. Yeah. Okay, so let's just stop there since we're out of time here. So I would say the same thing about James as about Catherine. Yeah, you're in the process, and you're only at the very beginning of the process. This takes a long time. Most people never complete it. They never get very far. They don't even finish the form. It has to be something that you really want to do, and that you find that you actually love it, and then right then you can move on. You don't think about it anymore, right? Once you really get into this, it's inside you, so you don't have to think about it. You can just move in the pattern. Once you can move in the pattern without thinking about it, that's when the real learning begins. Because right now, when you're learning the pattern, you're learning something from the past, from 400 or 500 years of these guys working this out, right? When you've got the pattern inside you, then you start adding your own stuff on. It's all the same move, but it's how you do it, right? Everybody's going to do it their own way. And when you get to the place where, right, you know, is that a backhand or is that forward? Well, could be either one. I have something that I want to show you guys, but I think we should wait till next time because it's about 15 minutes long and we're sort of at the end of the hour. But we'll watch something next time. I want to watch a Japanese Zen master do this form because you will learn a lot watching this guy. All right, guys.
The one that you there is a video of him on your
Yes.
is that this one?
Yes.
Oh, I love this guy. I don't know
Yes.
how many times I watched him.
he's very beautiful. He's bringing something specific
Yeah.
he's bringing many things to the form. But what I wanted to emphasize that he brings to the form,
It's a
and you can
meditation.
think about this as you move ahead. He brings silence.
Yeah, meditation. Yeah.
I mean, he's very agile. He's really moving, but he also lets himself stop and have a moment of silence. Think about, if you've ever been in a serious arts class for painting or composing or anything like that, eventually they're going to get to the topic of silence. You have to have some place in your painting where your eye can rest. You have to have silence in the music in order to support the sound. And it's the same for Tai Chi, right? There's a moment of silence before you go on. There's a moment of silence. And a moment of silence. And a moment of silence. Boom, before you hit. Those little moments of silence will add a lot to your performance, but they also give you a chance to rest and to recombuberate yourself a little bit. And recombuberation is very important in the arts. Okay, guys. Have yourselves a great day. We'll see you next weekend. Kevin, stick around, would you?